Hundreds of foreign dollars configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos. Knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Cruiser King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got a no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. To 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Chiefs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, You'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Allen, the man in motion right. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 8. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Rolling to his right. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Here we go on 4th. Herbert steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The Chiefs at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
15, 57 colors.
Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some space here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Check 50, check 50. Check it back, check it back. I don't need to.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. On fourth down, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From just shy of midfield, Herbert eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw there complete to Hamler. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
That's caught left side by Hardman. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They went with a nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little, and oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Across the formation, Hardman gets the completion. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 72 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll try the air now with Herbert sliding out of the pocket. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
We got 4. We got 4. Hey, 17's yours. Hey, 57, 57. Bang, 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 bang. Watch twist. Watch the
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That good for 19 and a first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Check. 36. Hey, 43. Under 10. 10.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
That's again complete to Palmer. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Herbert off of play action. Dancing to his left. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. On the out route, he finds Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
182 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
I'm coming after you. 31's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's south, baby. That's baby south. 31's the mic. Hey, defense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
My defense is a monster.
Between last week and this week,
it's a monster.
Game 4.
Hey, man, what's your defense? It's a monster.
Right, I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game.
Defense is
and
crazy.
Started with ball security in some form or another.
Man, God, where you get that defense from? Man, whoa.
They can't believe what they're seeing right now. Because they spend all
Give my
this time
cousin
on
AJ
it
the
with
ball.
the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it
Cousin
away,
AJ the ball.
and they're not doing it.
Cousin AJ the ball. AJ, get in there.
They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5.
Worry about it.
Pickup of 3. Got to figure it out after getting that turnover. They're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check the yellow, yellow, yellow.
One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
I hope everybody had their popcorn. You know, pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
What? What? Hey, bro, check this out. Touchdown.
They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
TD's on deck. Ain't Dolly going times toast. Yeah, man, what you want? Bring me a TD.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves
it's
to
a lot of shit I bring up off of it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hold on, everybody got a phone call. Somebody call.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really...
I know my defense is, man. Look at them killers coming through here.
I'm so glad
snipers.
Because I was thinking to myself,
snipers.
We've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one.
Don't run that ball. Don't run it. We're everywhere. Where you at, Dollar? We everywhere.
Actually see the result.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Herbert.
We're everywhere. Don't call nothing.
So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time.
Dollar, what's that you going? What you get at the store? Man, that's that new bag of potatoes called defense. That's that new bag of potatoes called defense. Man, them boys all.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye, and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct
it.
Quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Catch is made by Hardman. And he doesn't make it, taking it with
don't go to Kansas City. Why, Dollar? This thing.
And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Hold on. Oh, we're getting in there. Open up that screen now. Why? Let me in. Open up that screen though. Why? Let me in.
On second down,
let me in.
Open
up that screen down.
I
mean, I've been there.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are closing in on a third straight victory.
Must win by 21 or better every game. 21 or better every game.
Point by Butker is on target.
I must win. What you do? I must win.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
No, don't do it. Don't bring up that lethal injection. Don't bring up that lethal injection. Don't kneel out, tell your team, hey, man, we get them back one day next Madden. We get them back next Madden.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
Oh, I need that.
Fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
It's got to be a blowout when I play. It can't be close. Don't get from behind me. Give me 6 feet.
Charles, it's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Just gave me
a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made.
Can't be close. But give me 6 feet. KC. C stand for Kobe.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
What does C stand for? Don't pass that ball. Don't pass it. We don't run the ball. We want you to. You just don't know. We want you to.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time
I was on a team
and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it?
No, good job. We gave you something to be happy about.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Kansas City, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.